man, it's June, right? So it actually matters. Like, you can look at the standings now and say, all right, this is significant. This actually matters. You could look at Aaron Judge's numbers and say he's hitting 391 and he's on pace for like 250 hits or something, Levi. This actually matters. If an alien landed tomorrow, how would you describe Aaron Judge to him?
Man, does this alien have a lot of time? Because I think it requires context, right?
I don't know where that question came from, but you get my point.
Well, yeah, because if an alien lands, you're like, this dude is gonna maybe hit 65 home runs, and they're like, all right, two things. What's a home run? What does the word dude mean? Like, my brain is like, we're gonna have to really get granular with this and explain the context of just, here's 150 years of baseball history, and now let me tell you that this guy is breaking the sport. I remember being a little kid, and when I really first got into baseball, and you start to realize the history of the game, and I was like, man, what must it have been like to be alive when Mickey Mantle and Willie Mays were both playing this game at the same time? Like, that had to have just been the apex of baseball fandom. Like, nothing against Cal Ripken Jr. and Darryl Strawberry, but like, if I could have just seen Mantle and Mays at the same time, I don't worry. I don't wonder about that anymore, because now I'm watching Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani, and I'm like, these are two of the greatest stars in the history of the sport, and they're playing at the same time, and we get to watch them play against each other on Friday nights. They did something that nobody has ever done before, which was the two reigning MVPs both hit a home run in the first inning of the same game. Baseball's been around since 18 forever. Never happened before. And we didn't have, interleague play for a lot of years. So, it's the first time since 1997, which isn't quite as impressive, but it's still like watching these two guys play at the same time. It breaks my brain. I feel very fortunate to not just write about baseball, but to be able to watch baseball at this point in history. I think it's a great time to be a baseball fan.
Yeah, and you and I are kind of close to the same age. I'm older, but I feel the same way. When I was a kid, I used to go through the baseball encyclopedia every night, listening to a game on the radio every night before extra innings, and I would go through and look at some of these ridiculous numbers from days gone by. And this was the era where nobody was hitting 50, like Cecil Fielder hit 50, and that was like oh my God, like you would gather your friends after school to talk about Cecil Fielder's home run at Tiger Stadium. And
nobody's
now,
done this since George Foster.
Exactly. and Dad, tell me about George Foster. Well, he really wasn't that good, but he hit 50. Okay, right. And now you have these two guys, and they're not the only two guys in baseball, clearly, but if it just hit me watching the series over the weekend, like, if we could get Yankees Dodgers, and I know the average baseball fan, like, you have your favorite team and there are other teams, not the Yankees and the Dodgers. And to be quite frank, as a Guardians fan, having gone to all three games of the ALCS last year in Cleveland, by the time it got to Yankees and Dodgers, I was so done with it, I didn't want to watch anymore, right? I'm over the Yankees. I was sitting there in the first row when Juan Soto hit the home run. I'm still bitter. And like, I didn't want to watch. But then watching this on Friday, you're like, baseball ratings would be through the roof if you could get like this mid-season product into people's veins more frequently.
Yeah, I mean, yes, and from the standpoint of somebody whose job relies on people caring about baseball, right? Like, I write a national baseball newsletter. We're going to get more opens when it's Yankees Dodgers. The flip side of that is that I grew up as a Rangers fan, and I remember when the Sunday night baseball game of the week every week was Yankees Red Sox. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like, I know Pedro Martinez hates Don Zimmer. Got it. I've seen that clip 5,000 times. I would love to see a World Series that's like Mariners Brewers. Like, that would light up my little baseball heart. You're right, though. If the point is to get in more casual fans, you're not going to get, your best friend's sister into baseball by being like, so this is Bryce Terang. He's not that great, but he's really fast and he's super good at defense. And she's sitting there with the alien, and they're like, what's a Gold Glove? What's a Silver Slugger? This man is not making any sense to either of us. The alien's dating your friend's sister now. That was quite a tangent. To your point, I want to see the weird teams play each other. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's remarkable to see these two teams Of course, it's the Yankees and Dodgers, right? Like
Yeah,
we
of
couldn't
course.
get Aaron Judge on the Rays and Shohei Ohtani on. Well, he was on the Angels for a while. That didn't really pan out for them. Yeah, I mean, it's entertaining to sit back and watch. The whole sport is watching. People who aren't even huge baseball fans are watching.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm going tonight. I couldn't go over the weekend, but going tonight to see Kershaw against the Mets. Levi Weaver from The Athletic joining us. And if you want those small market teams, turn on the NBA Finals. They're about to tip off Indianapolis and Oklahoma City.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.